Good to have all of you here that are here. We thank you for coming to this, our city board meeting. We hope that you find it enlightening as we move forward in this great city. We ask that as you come, that you would please take notice that the agenda is in your seat. And that's what we'll go by in this meeting. So we're going to open this meeting with prayer. If you would you stand with us? Our Father and our God, we come this time thanking you for being the God that you are. We thank you, dear God, for you have still looked beyond our faults and supplied our needs. Thank you for this time that we have to come together and do the business of this city. And we know, dear God, that after all things are said and done, we pray that it will be in your will. So we pray that your will be done. Oh God, bless every person that is here on the sound of my voice. You know that in which we all have need of. Thank you for being the God that you are. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your grace, your patience, your love, and your understanding. And always we pray that you would give us this day our daily bread. It's in Jesus' mighty, masterful, merciful name we pray. Amen. Amen. First on our agenda, we have our Chief of Police is coming to present and to speak on behalf of two of our retiring police officers, which we hate to see them go.
So Captain Norris and Harvey, if y'all step up here. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for being here today. It's an honor to stand here before you as we celebrate the retirement of Captain Michael Harvey and Captain Michael Norris, whose dedication, leadership, and service has been a long-lasting mark on this department and our community. For 25 years, both captains have worn the badge with pride, integrity, and commitment. Throughout their career, it's been filled with challenges, success, and countless moments of service. They are truly examples of what every chief would want. Behind every accomplishment is a person who has sacrificed time, missed family events, worked long hours. Today we recognize not only the captains here on their professional achievements, but also the sacrifices made by their family and their loved ones throughout their journey. While retirement marks the end of a law enforcement career, it also begins a new exciting chapter. We hope it brings you good health, happiness, and many opportunities to come. On behalf of everyone here, we want to thank you for your service, your leadership, your friendship. Your congratulations are well earned. We wish you and your family nothing but the very best ahead. I would ask that if the audience, if you please stand with me in congratulating the captains on an outstanding career and a well-deserved retirement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Turn the face down.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're presenting both captains here with their service weapon. And if y'all want to say anything.
I'd just like to say it's been a memorable 25 years. And I want to thank all of y'all. Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you all very much. I appreciate what the city has done for
Thank
me.
you, sir.
I did the best I can for the city, and I thank you very much. Thank you. Mike.
Okay.
Step up here and they're going to stand with Alderwoman. Yeah.
Mr. Bobby, you want to come this way? Okay.
No, disrespect to them, I'm
Okay.
staying out of the limelight, but the board members for certain, after you take this photo of these.
Yes, sir. All right. On three. 1, 2, 3. We'll take a couple more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
It will all the police officers come up and current police officers come up. Let's look at that.
Probably come stand here, some down here, and then some at the top. Stay there. Come down, step on this side of the podium.
On each side of the podium.
All right, got you. Oh, hip ain't like it used to be.
I know. Just think, man, I work with half these guys.
That's good. All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Couple more. 1, 2, 3. And we get one for a portrait.
Maybe you see me one.
Well, too late for that. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Hey, Mayor. Thank you.
I'll go, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get come Michael, we need one more picture.
McGee, I can't see you. Alderman McGee. Yeah, there we go. On three. 1, 2, 3. One more, please. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Thank you.
You got it right there? Okay, you good. All right.
All right, let me say thank you again to all the police officers that have once served and are still yet serving. You don't know what a privilege it was for me to serve with the Brookhaven Police Department. Some of you all, some I see are grown now, know me when I wore the uniform, and I appreciate the training that I have and the love for the city. Even though we were working for peanuts, we were still doing the job. So we thank you all. Thank you, officers, so very much. Next on our agenda is approve the regular board meeting from June 2nd, 2026. Need a motion. Moved in second that we approve the board meeting for June 2nd, 2026. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposers? Thank you also very much. On our appearance list, we have, first of all, Slaughter and Willingham.
Thank you very much, Mayor, Board. My name is Nathan Willingham. I'm a principal planner and partner at the firm Slaughter and Willingham, and it's a deep honor and privilege to be in a thriving, growing community such as Brookhaven, working on a comprehensive plan update. Many of y'all are very familiar with our firm, having worked with my business partner Mike Slaughter for many years on comprehensive planning and other planning issues. I'm going to take a few minutes this evening to really formally kick off our comprehensive planning process. I know Mike was here several months back, spoke to the board about the comprehensive plan, what it is, what goes into it. I'm going to recover some of that ground briefly this evening. I try not to retread everything that he said, but I do think it's important at this stage to give a little bit of a refresher. And then talk about the engagement process and the next steps that this community can expect when working with us in this comprehensive plan update. First, I want to introduce our planning team. We're a firm out of Oxford. We do planning, comprehensive plans, and regulatory work all over the state of Mississippi. 99% of our clients are cities and counties in Mississippi. Very honored and privileged to serve public sector clients here in the state of Mississippi. Both Mike and myself are AICP certified planners. That stands for American Institute of Certified Planning. It's a national certification in the field of community planning, nationally recognized. Requires a devotion to a code of ethics and continuing education, as well as experience, and as you can imagine, a comprehensive exam is part of it as well. He and I together have about 60 years of combined experience working in the planning profession. Mike's been doing it about 35 years, and we like to joke and say that he's the younger and better looking of the two of us that are partners. But you can see his biography as well as mine here on this next slide. Mike is both a AICP certified planner as well as a registered professional engineer. My background is in public administration. I have both a master's and a doctorate in public administration. I like to pride myself in helping communities get things done, because we can do all the plans in the world, but if there's not a strategy and a workable asset-based approach to community development backing up that document, it does the dreadful thing that comp plans often do, which is to sit on a shelf. And then in addition to Mike and myself, who are sort of the leadership core of the team, we also have a senior planner and project manager in our office, a fellow named Tab Sanford, who is, he's been doing this work about 10 years and has a master's in community planning, a lot of expertise in public engagement and GIS work. In addition to the three planners on staff, we have crucially important support folks in our office. I would mention Samiksha Bandra, who is a GIS technician who is responsible for all the maps that you will see as we go through the planning process. And then Vantessa Wilson, who is our administrative assistant, and she is the logistical soul of our operation. I think everyone on the board has at this point talked to her at least once in trying to set up some of the events that we've got taking place over the next several days, and we'll be in contact over the next several months as we work on this comp plan update. So that's our team. There's 5 of us in the office. We work all over the place. We've got a lot of experience everywhere from Chattanooga, Tennessee to North Alabama to West Tennessee. I mean, we've worked all over the country and have settled down and put our roots down here in Mississippi with the honor and privilege, again, of serving communities like Brookhaven. Mike talked a good bit about this the last time he was privileged and made an appearance here, but we'll talk a little bit about a comprehensive plan just as a way to refresh our memories as we kick off this stage of the planning process. So what is a comp plan? It's essentially a policy guide for growth and development over the next 20 to 25 years. It lays out for both leaders who are elected officials and leaders who are department heads and appointed officials, as well as community members and those who might wish to make investments in your community. It lays out exactly what the vision for the future is, right? It spells out what the long-term goals and objectives for the community are in a way that people can understand and be oriented toward good growth and development and understand what that looks like going forward. We think about it in 3 different ways. As planners, we sort of think about it in the technical sense about what's legally required for a comprehensive plan, as well as the contents of the plan and the methods that are used to engage with the public and to perform analysis and use GIS to create maps and things like that. But in addition to that, for a board and also for the public, it's a vitally important piece of your economic development and your fiscal management strategy, because as we all know, a community is, a city is a creature of public services. And those public services depend on your ability to be able to hire good officers and firefighters and pave streets and provide all of the municipal services that people expect for a growing, thriving economy and high quality of life. And so good development leads to a good commercial sales tax base as well as a good property tax base that supports your fiscal and financial ability to do those things. Good planning is essential for low taxes and high quality public services. And so it's a vital part of a board strategy. And then in addition to that, for all members of the community, for all walks of life, the comprehensive plan is a way to think about and engage with understanding of the values of the community as they are oriented toward quality of life. It's a way of getting feedback and understanding about what it means to have a high quality of life in a community. And for us, high quality of life is things like good jobs, high quality housing for people to live in, good schools, public safety services, water, sewer, roads, streets, parks, recreation, all of the amenities that members of the public demand of their local governments in order to make day-to-day life in not just functional, but enjoyable to them, to have a enjoyable life and presence and experience in a community. So for a comprehensive plan, there are 4 statutory requirements, or 4 elements of it that have to be included. There's a requirement for a set of goals and objectives, for a land use plan, transportation plan, and community facilities plan. We'll speak very briefly about each of those. Talk about goals and objectives. These are the aspects that create quality of life. You know, these are things like your residential and commercial and industrial development, where things go, how they grow in the future, and how the board can make good decisions with good policies to shape that growth and development going forward. Also, goals and objectives around open space and recreation, which is a vitally important part of the engagement of not just your youth in your community, but people of all walks of life, all ages and all walks of life, making certain that their recreational and recreational opportunities and the health and engagement benefits that come along with those. All of us in life, well, most of us, I think, have had a coach at some point who guided and steered us. Even as an adult, I look for the coaches, the people that can mentor me. It's a lifelong pursuit in a lot of ways that starts with these recreation programs and understanding what it takes to really guide and mentor people toward a goal, you know, and that's a crucially important part of your community. Streets and road improvements. These are, of course, the most visible pieces of infrastructure that your citizens see on a day-to-day basis. Not an elected official I have ever met has been able to walk through the grocery store without a conversation about a pothole, right? And so these are things that you hear about day-to-day with your residents that we need to think about in terms of how growth and development influence your capacity to take care of this infrastructure that people depend on. And then in addition to that, community facilities, which are things like your libraries, your police and fire departments, the places where public services take place. Second element of a comprehensive plan is a land use plan, which is a sketch of what is needed in your community in terms of residential development, commercial development, industrial development, and jobs, at what density of development things should take place, where things are going really well in your community and they should be kept and preserved as they are, where things have an opportunity to grow in your community and how they should be planted and sown and nurtured to grow, and then other places where maybe the garden needs a little tilling or replanting or weeding so that the existing development patterns can prosper more effectively. And then also talking in the land use plan about recreation, open space, and public lands and facilities. This is the guide for growth and development when you're asked to make those very, very difficult decisions about whether an investment in your community is the right type in the right location for your community. And they come to you hard and they come to you fast. And so when someone is at this podium requesting approval of something, and maybe somebody else wants to see it not approved, having a plan in place makes that decision not easy, but easier because you have the forethought that came from the planning process and the engagement with your public and with your leadership to be able to make good decisions in the heat of that moment that's based on the forethought that was put into the actions that you're being asked to take. In addition to land use, of course, there's a transportation component to the planning process because we all have to get around. To engage in our community, we have to be connected to community, both through surface streets and passenger vehicles, but also things like sidewalks and trail systems and networks, and even in a rural, small city environment, public transportation systems, and how people that maybe don't have access to vehicles can still have accessibility to your community and to all the good things that it offers. And then lastly, we will talk about community facilities plans. Community facilities, when we talk about planning in general, we like to talk about the importance of place and neighborhood, and everything that you offer as a city takes place somewhere. And the condition, quality, and capacity of that location, of that place, is important to being able to provide high-quality public services going forward. Again, those public services being essential to the quality of life of the residents and visitors and those that engage with the city of Brookhaven. So essentially, the purpose of the comprehensive plan is to chart a course for future development and to provide an expression of the aims and ambitions of the community over the long haul to help keep you oriented in the future toward good decision making in the day-to-day. With a vision for the future and a well thought out set of goals and objectives, you can make better decisions day to day when tough questions come your way. And that really is essentially the purpose of the comprehensive plan, because it's a snapshot of your community today, a vision for your community tomorrow, and that is informed by facts and data and information, but most importantly by what we're going to talk about next, which is the public engagement process. We share this quote a lot. It says communities can be shaped by chance or they can be shaped by choice. We can keep accepting the kind of communities we get, or we can start creating the kind of communities we want. That was a quote by Mr. Richard Moe, who is with the National Trust for Historic Preservation. We talk about the most important part of the comprehensive plan, and new information I'll share this evening is the engagement process. And I always like to go back to Proverbs 4:7, which is, wisdom is the principal thing. In all things get wisdom, and in thy getting get understanding. We can do a lot of research and a lot of analysis from miles and miles away at a desk where we have access to census data and maps and information about your community. But we can't gain true understanding of your community unless we seek wisdom from those that have it. And the wisdom of your community is well, the wisdom of all things comes from one source, but the wisdom of your community is housed in the knowledge and the understanding and the experience of your leaders, your key stakeholders, and the members of your community. And so the public engagement process is the very purpose of why we do the work that we do. Because without that level of engagement and without executing public engagement, we can't find the wisdom, and we can't translate the wisdom that is part of all of your community's individual experiences into an understanding of the vision for the future and of what people want for the future of the city of Brookhaven. And so the most important part, and also, as you can imagine, the hardest part of the planning process to shape, is the public engagement process. But our approach is to be community first, to put the needs of the community before anything else, and to allow the community to define the vision for the future, because it has to be driven by your people's understanding and your people's wisdom, or it won't be actionable. You know, you can't act on things that are my ideas or someone on my team's ideas. We can offer suggestions on ideas, but they have to be embraced and part of the collective wisdom and understanding of this community before they can actually, you as leaders can have the confidence of your convictions that they are the right actions and right steps to take. In addition to that, it's incredible to work in Brookhaven because of the level of transparency and accountability. I realize that I am being recorded and sent across an amazing digital broadcast system and an amazing facility right now. That level of transparency leads to accountability on my part as a planner for the things that I do and I say in your community. And I and our team want to embrace that. We want this to be an open and transparent process where everybody from all walks of life, no matter where you come from or where you're going, has the opportunity to be heard. Now, I said earlier it's the hardest part of the process, and it is. We can it's the horse to water scenario. We can make the information available. We can ask, and we will. We will transparently make information available, and we will ask people to engage and be part of the process. But we need help to make that happen, because me standing here requesting someone to answer a question is much less effective than a member of the community sharing an opportunity and saying telling folks how it's important to be engaged and involved. We can take their information when they're with us, but we can't influence their decision to be involved. We can make opportunities available, but we desperately need help from every person who is interested in this community to get the word out, to make these opportunities to be engaged part of the planning process. And we're going to talk some more about that here in just a second. And then lastly, the 2 points there, we want to be practical about what we do. Our approach needs to be grounded in what's possible with high aspirations and goals for what happens in your community. And those last 2 points go together to point toward a practical approach to planning that gets you something that you can implement, that does good things in your community over time, creates positive change. Because we do this based on an optimistic understanding of the future. It can be better. It is hopeful, and we are optimistic that through a process like this, we can make positive changes in the community. And so with each stage of the planning process, each activity, each engagement that we're part of, each planning activity, we have a 4-step process that repeats every time. The first step, as you can imagine, is preparation. It's identifying who the stakeholders are, what the message that is best suited to be received by them would be. So you identify your audience, you identify the message, you identify the channels that message would move across, whether it's newspaper outlets, other news, traditional media outlets, press releases, social media is a big part of today's environment. Whatever the appropriate channels for your community are, we want to identify the stakeholders, the message, and the channel to reach them. We then want to make certain that we send those messages effectively across those channels to create awareness of the planning opportunities. We then want to execute each one of those engagements, whether it's a community survey or a public meeting or a focus group. We want to reach the audience and execute that engagement as effectively and efficiently as possible with the highest degree of participation. And then we want to follow up. We want to show the public and the leadership the results of what happened. So people come to meetings a lot of times, they say, what happened? Where does this go? Right? So we've got a strategy for going through this 4-step process with each stage or each engagement, each planning activity that we have as part of the comprehensive plan. The stage that we're in now is the visioning portion. We will take ideas and understanding about long-term goals and objectives, work toward developing a strategy that eventually becomes a draft plan. This is the next 3 steps that are involved in the planning process. We'll be working through all of these 3 stages will involve opportunities for public feedback and public engagement. Our project timeline, we actually have been on the job for quite a bit now, but we're starting the official public engaged portion of the comprehensive plan here in June, and it will run through, we think, about December or so. This is a tentative timeline. We don't rush to any sort of judgment. We work with cities on scheduling. We're in no greater or lesser hurry than is necessary to have a good quality comprehensive plan for the city of Brookhaven. We do set a pretty ambitious timeline because we know that people do kind of lose interest over time. If we kick it off now and we don't talk to people for a few weeks, it's going to, interest is going to die down. We want to move fast, but we want to make the pace appropriate to the community and to the planning effort that is appropriate to reach your people and get good feedback. And then give you some information about where we're going from here. There's one of these QR codes up here on this slide, which I think has already been actually the survey link. The QR code goes to a community survey. It's one of the first steps in the public engagement process, is to put a survey out and just let the general public give us understanding and feedback. it's a great way of just getting more generic feedback from members of the public. So this code and that web link down below in the orange box will take you straight to that survey. In addition to that, we're going to roll out a project website which will have all of the presentation material that we use throughout the comprehensive plan. So a copy of anything we present will be on the website. Any maps or data or charts that we develop will be on that website. Survey results will be on that website. So it will be out there and available as sort of the encyclopedia of planning here in Brookhaven for the duration of this project. In addition to that, we've got a couple of face-to-face engagements coming up this next week. Over the course of the next couple of days, we'll be talking with each of the board members and your department heads individually. Leading out from that, we will continue to build a very robust stakeholder list. I think our list currently has about 73 organizations and individuals on it, so we're building that list so that we can continue to meet with small groups in focus group interviews and also have a very robust list of invitees to participate in surveys, focus groups, and public meetings coming up. And then rolling forward from there, we'll be scheduling a series of public meetings where we actually invite the general public, the whole public, to give us feedback about the community's vision for the future, about the goals and objectives and those important comprehensive planning elements that I mentioned earlier. As of right now, I would encourage everyone to take a look at the survey, and we will make sure to broadcast it across multiple channels. And then the next couple of days, keep an eye out for the project website. It's got a host of information already compiled about Brookhaven, and then it will be a source of public data and information about the project as we go forward. Every single time we engage in something that's an important milestone, that website will be updated. The information that we share during that milestone activity will be placed there, and we will make certain that that information is shared broadly through different communication channels to try to get that word out as often as possible. And then at the end of it, we will have a comprehensive plan update that serves the needs of the city of Brookhaven and helps the board to make important decisions about quality of life, helps to smooth the pathway toward easier decisions about investment, and helps the public to better understand the direction and the decisions that the board does make. I appreciate your time very much, and certainly happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Mr. Willingham. We're ready for your survey to show up.
Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you. Ryan Holmes, Dungan Engineering. There's Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Board. I have two things tonight. A month or so ago, we talked about, I got permission to go out and get some bids for the work for the drainage out on Brookhaven Street. I got two bids for the repair, one from Greenbrier Digging Services for $74,760, and then one from T.O. Wallace for $86,135. And so I would recommend taking the low bid. This is the pipe over on Brookhaven Street where the inlet's eroding away and fell in right there next to the fire station.
So move.
All in favor? Opposers? Thank you.
The second thing I got is, speaking of the fire station, is we're looking at the renovations for the new truck coming in and where to place it. And we've got drawings pretty much 99%. Been talking to the chief back and forth on that, and we're looking for permission to advertise to put that out for bid.
Need a motion?
It's central.
Station. Any discussion? All in favor, you sign aye. Opposers, same sign. Thank you. Okay, Mike McKenzie.
Evening, Board. Stephen Barnett filling in for Mike tonight. Just one quick update. We've had some complaints about some sewer issues and backing up on the North Jackson, West Court Street area of town. Suncoast came in last week and did some exploring down there and found that a telecommunication line had been bored through the sewer line. And so it had taken on a bunch of debris. They actually pulled out 8 cubic yards of sediment and stuff from the sewer line. So they pulled that out, and hopefully it should be flowing better now. So we're in the process of figuring out with the one call exactly which communication company that is that has their fiber line going through it, and we'll proceed with getting them to fix it.
That's what he's gonna be pursuing, telephone company, telecommunication company, to
Yeah.
make them pay for
We'll
what
get
they've
with
done.
Bobby on exactly what we need to send, but we're working on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, board, to the mayor and to the board. My name's Larry Day. I'm with Night and Day Group. And today, the city opened up bids for the $450,000 general obligation note, Series 2026. There were 5 bids that were received on this note, and they were all received from qualified financial institutions. With that being said, the bid that came in, the lowest and best, was from First Bank. It came in at 4.38%. So with this competitive bid process, it's my recommendation that the board move forward with First Bank for the general obligation note of $450,000.
Second.
The motion and second that we move forward with First Bank. Is any question, any discussions? All in favor, sign aye. Yeah.
For the record, can we just know what the bids were?
Yes, absolutely. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Got it right here.
Okay.
I mean, can you just tell it what it is?
The winning bid was with First Bank, 4.38%. Trustmark submitted a bid, 4.62%. Pike National, 4.8%. Bank of Franklin, 4.63%. And the People's Bank came in at the highest at 5.72%.
What's the years that this bill takes place? What's the length of it, the years that we're paying for this?
So the term is for 5 years.
5 years, okay.
You have it paid off in 5 years.
Are you ready to vote? All in favor, sign aye. Opposers, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you. You can give it, Ms. Stewart. Thank you.
Okay.
Scott Williams, is he here? Scott not here. Thank you. And other businesses we received, an award for off-road diesel. The bid, only have one bid from Kaiser, it's $4.02. Motion and second, receive this bid, yes, sir. All in favor, sign aye. Opposers, same sign. Thank you. In other businesses, we have numbers 2 through 11.
We just voted on 11.
Say that again?
You just voted on 11.
Okay, we did?
That's-
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. 2 through 10. Need a motion?
Motion.
All in, need a second?
A second.
All in favor? Opposers? Thank you. Mr. Hines, what you got for us this evening?
I guess I want to start
start out by definitely thanking everyone who came out this weekend for our unity in the community. I think it was great to see so many people that bond together. I think it really was something that, that allowed the community to get out and really enjoy themselves. So hopefully, like I said, I'm real big. Hopefully, whatever anyone is doing in the city, I keep saying we need participation. I think for our city to grow, when we show that we're a friendly city, people will visit on a consistent basis. So I just think that as we do activities, wherever they are, I think it's important that everybody participate. I think that's a big thing. Also, I think I know we got this Girls Night Out coming up, I think June the 20th, 25th, whatnot. It's Girls Night Out. I think it's important that whatever we're putting on, let's participate at a high level. So again, I just think it's important that we do that. And we truly thank you guys, all the volunteers. And I can't help but call out my guy Benjamin Name, who sung the national anthem, who actually was a fourth grader right now, fifth grader next year, who I think did an outstanding job. Again, with the national anthem. So again, all in all, I think it was a great deal. The community was very, I think, enthused, and we thank you guys who came out. If you volunteered or participated in any kind of way, we appreciate it greatly.
That it? Thank you, Ms. Hines. Ms. McGee?
Yes. AJFC is proud to be working with Link, L-I-N-K. It's a Canopy Children's Solution, navigating families to success, to connect families with resources that make a difference. Link, L-I-N-K, provide family community resources to address food instability, utility assistance, unemployment, housing needs, mental health challenges, substance abuse, teen pregnancy, and parenting classes. This service is free to families and designed to help connect individuals with the right community service. The phone number to call is 1-800-388-6247. The website to visit is mycanopy.org, which is mycanopy.org/LINK. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McGee. Ms. Moore?
Yes, I'd like to invite everybody out to the Juneteenth celebration will be held this Saturday. Parade will start at 12, line up will be at 11 o'clock at the old Piggly Wiggly, which will end at AL lot for all the festivities that day. So I cordially invite the whole community to come out this Saturday, June the 20th, to the Juneteenth celebration. We'd like to participate in the parade. Feel free to reach out to my wife at 601-695-0556 for how to register for the parade. So that's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Tate?
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to see all of you tonight. I just want to regurgitate what Alderman at-large Hines said. My heart is happy, and I just want to say thank you to every resident. I wrote some notes because I didn't want to leave anybody out. Community partners and supporters. I want to give a special thank you to Chief Dustin Bearfield and BPD. There were no incidents nor accidents at the Unity and Community. I want to thank Mississippi Highway Patrol and the Mounted Patrol units, Mr. Ryan Jones for bringing out the car simulator. To all of the artists, we had Mr. Scott Colomb to come through. He's running for U.S. Senate. So I encourage you all the time to do your research, stay informed, stay engaged, and know who's on your ballot. We have a big election coming up in November. To Brookhaven Exchange Club Park, thank you for lending your train. The children thoroughly enjoyed that. To the Brookhaven Street Department, I want to say thank you for helping us in every way that you were allowed to. We really appreciate your help. To the Chamber of Commerce, Katy Nations, thank you, thank you, thank you a million times over. We had over 52 vendors, and only 2 of our vendors, food vendors, didn't sell out, and I think that was because they overly stocked, and so we were definitely supporting small businesses. I think our mission was definitely completed. We wanted to create a space for unity and community where all people came out, and that was definitely seen, experienced, felt. Let me see, a special thank you to, I think think that's it. Everybody, I just want to say thank you again. I want to bring clarity. I don't know if there was some confusion, but this was not a Brookhaven City sponsor event. Two of your elected officials did sponsor it, and so I didn't want any to be misconstrued. And it was for the citizens of Brookhaven and surrounding areas. So for all that supported, my heart is happy, and I say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mr. Spiller, thank you, Ms. Tate. Mr. Spiller?
Yes, sir. I just want to give a little clarity to some situations at hand. When I look out for the city of Brookhaven, we talk about transparency and truthfulness and honesty. And I just want people to understand that any city employee that wishes to talk to me has the right to talk to me. And no matter what someone else says, you have the right to talk to me. I mean, you know, there's so much going on in this world today that, you know, we don't have anyone to talk to, but when someone tells you, no, you can't talk to someone, that's a low blow. And I just want everyone to know that my number is still the same, 601-754-6939. And anytime, you know, you might have things going on in your mind to where, you know, hey, you feel you don't have anybody to talk to. Now, I don't get involved with day-to-day operation. To understand that part now. But if you got something that you need to talk to me about, my number is always open and you can talk to me at any time. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you. Ms. Grace? Thank you. Jeff?
I want to thank Tion and Jason for jumping on some debris piles that I had and a quick response on those, but that's going to be all I got.
Thank you. Ms. Stewart? Chief? Mr. Moak?
Yes, sir, just to follow up with GK about someone, I'm sorry.
Following up quickly with WGK about someone running their line through your sewer line. They're putting together all the costs, and we'll get together and have that available and do the proper thing as we need to. Also, Nathan's here tonight all the way down from Oxford who talked about the future plans for the city, the comprehensive plan. He has a partner, Mike Slaughter, who has appeared, and Mike is like the rest of us Ole Miss folks. He is licking his wounds somewhere between Omaha and Oxford, Mississippi. And so we thank you, Nathan, for coming. And whatever I may have in exec session if you go there, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank all of you. We do have some stuff in executive session, but I want to thank you all for coming out this evening. Appreciate you for showing interest in what the city is doing and what it can do, and help in any way you can. Thank you so much. But now we're about to enter into executive session. You don't have to leave. You can stay, because when we come back out, we'll talk about some things that we've done in the executive session briefly. So we use the Mississippi Code of Section 2541-7. I need a motion.
Motion.
Both of y'all made the motion? Yes, second? All right, thank you, thank you. All in favor? Show a sign of aye, raise your hand. Okay. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Okay, we're back in session, and we took up some matters in executive session and to approve the 10-year anniversary of employee Jason Markham for $1 raise an hour. We hired Tiffany LaBrage. Let me stop, because I want to make sure that we've got to vote on this again. We got to vote on this for the first time. Approved the 10-year anniversary of Jason Markham, $1 per hour. Hire Tiffany LaBrage for $11 per hour pending background check for the water department. Approve 1 hour pay raise for Kevin Collins. Approve Casey Vanderslice's resignation. Approve Ashley McDuffie promotion from patrolman to sergeant. Approve resolution for Brookhaven High Track and Field. Reappoint Rob McCurry to the Park and Recreation Department. Temporarily suspend an employee, Charles Lewanska, for medical reasons, and upon return with permission of proper medical documents, the employee may return to employment with a 90-day probationary period. Those are the things we took up. I need a motion to accept.
We got to take those separate. Yeah, but we voted on this stuff separate. That's the confusion, Bob. How we do this?
Executive session, you can discuss, you can vote, you can do as you like, but the record is made here. So you can pull one separated in a separate vote if you care to, or take them all to list as you do historically.
Okay. So we're doing more inside the,
Bigger part.
the votes that we did inside there and doing more right now.
Yeah, it's just a discussion. The vote is.
That was just to see kind of where we're going to go.
That's right. So you can leave executive session and vote the way you did, vote the way you didn't. We're out here.
A motion for all items.
No,
He said we could vote on it.
No, we can't do it. We're gonna take up one at a time. Approve the 10-year anniversary to increase payroll for increased $1 an hour per hour for Jason Markham.
Second.
All in favor, sign aye. Opposers?
Nay.
Okay. Hire Tiffany LaBrage for $11 per hour pending background check and drug check, drug and background at the water department.
Motion.
All in favor, sign aye. Opposers? Approve Casey Vanderslice's resignation.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Approve Ashley McDuffie's promotion from patrolman to sergeant. I need a motion.
So move. Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Opposers? One opposed. Two opposed. I'm sorry, James. Okay. Approve the resolution for Brookhaven High Track and Field. We give it to the head coach.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Reappoint Rob McCleary to Park and Recreation. All in favor?
Motion.
Give me a motion.
Motion.
All in favor? Temporarily suspend Charles Lewanski Jr. For medical reasons. All in favor? Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes.
Excuse me, one thing. The chief has a record comment.
Yes.
On the promotion.
Yeah, I just want to say from the chief and myself, we want to say thank you on the recognition on y'all approving that for the midnight shift captain.
She's going to be sergeant, correct?
Sorry.
Okay. Miss One, approved the $1 raise per hour for Kevin Collins.
Motion.
All in favor?
Just get the one.
All, thank you. Need a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
I have one question. Does Bobby have cake?